I'm such a...
That was weird.
That was our own voices coming back at our own selves.
I look dead there. Everywhere I look dead.
I'm worried that you're very, very overtired. And you're gonna
Hi
get
guys.
Hi everybody.
I've got a big question to ask. Got a big question to ask.
What are you doing to me?
Is it Saturday?
What you saying?
What? Is it Saturday night?
No,
It's quiz night tomorrow night.
Quiz night tomorrow night, but let's save that until
Right,
more
you
people
lovely
are here.
lot. I've got a couple of announcements.
Until more people are here, because there's no one here yet.
No,
Don't
I
make big announcements before people have arrived.
All
Just
right,
say
okay.
hello, how
All
are
right,
you?
before lots of people are here, I want to ask one big question. If today's Britain's worst day yet, and it's worse than Italy and Germany, and Italy and France, when are we going to ask questions about what went wrong? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. We're just accepting it now. It's just like, okay, well, the curve's been this and we've gone over a hill. But actually...
They should have locked down
if our
3
numbers
weeks
are
before
worse
they
than the
did.
peaks of any other country in Europe, that's notable. Makes me cross. Maddie was remarkable tonight, wasn't she?
Guys, who saw Maddie's gig tonight? Her Insta gig.
Her Insta gig. Or as I'm calling it,
So
Maddie
good.
Scott's.
So proud
Like
of
Ronnie
her.
Scott's.
She really can sing like a dream, and she writes her own music. And I know it's boring for you guys, but we're very proud of her.
Very proud. Oh, look, Sky Elise, thank you for that reflection back. It's a very good question mark. And I'm not saying it to, this isn't doom-mongery. This isn't negative. This is cup half full.
Where do we start saying?
I want to start asking questions.
Witty said the other day, yes, it's very interesting, the numbers in Germany, and we are learning from the numbers in Germany.
Hang on a minute.
Toffee could have told
hang on a
you,
minute. Toffee
do the
was
lockdown
screaming.
earlier.
Toffee was saying, before Germany had got a grip on it, do it like this and you'll get a grip on it. So if a effing cockapoo would know that, why were they all standing there like a bunch of lemons going, oh, well, you know, I think we're taking scientific... What a load of nonsense.
We are higher than
Higher.
Italy.
980 today. We're going 1,000 a day because they're not including the numbers in care homes. So let's say we're over 1,000 a day. That's worse than when we were getting those reports from Italy and we were all sitting there going,
oh, God,
oh,
how
look at
awful.
Italy. Oh, look at Italy.
We're now them. If you wonder what I'm doing, I've got a really long
Makes me
whisker
so
under my
cross.
chin that I'm trying to pull out. I was locking down before the government. You're right, Peggy Ward, because I could see what was going on in Italy and I knew it was coming here.
The government knew on December 19th, Adderleys, I knew on December the 12th.
I mean, we've
had enough forewarning
I never
on
will
this.
forget those doctors in
Higher than
Italy
Spain.
literally going, please, UK, don't fall like we did. Do you remember the Italian
Marcia
doctors
Toms is
saying
reminding
that?
us, Italy begged us to act sooner.
Begged us. They were crying into the camera saying, don't let what happened to us happen to you.
What the fuck were we doing?
When can we be angry?
I feel furious. Because now I feel so unsafe. I've got another itchy cough.
I thought you were going to say...
I'm so fucking cross.
I thought you were going to say itchy cough.
Oh, I've got an itchy cough as well. Sorry, you said it. What the hell?
What the hell?
Just standing there blithely going, well, yes, of course, we're going to learn from
lockdown
Germany.
is till the 12th of May. Scotland, no doubt about it, 3 more weeks. Our lot are still saying, well, let's see until next weekend. Are they having a laugh?
Look at this, Kate James. So many people have been out today. Of course they have, because no fucker's taking it seriously.
Oh.
Of course they aren't. It's all a load of fucking nonsense. It's
Mark,
all
stop
too late.
swearing.
It's all
Stop
too little,
it.
too late. It's too little, too late. And I'm gonna.
Mark! How are we all
How are we
today?
all?
How are we doing
It's
today?
a really bad day today. You might be able to tell.
How are we all doing? So, there we go. You feeling a bit better?
I'm so. Someone said they're confused. What are you confused about? You're not half as confused as me.
Calm down.
If this is so high now, what will happen at our predicted peak?
Look, Megan Parker, my partner's having to stay at work till 3 a.m. because there's constant logs of people having parties and breaking the new law.
People aren't listening this weekend. You may want to say, oh, look, it's the Easter, don't do it.
No. People are listening.
No, they're not.
I'm not having that. Every single beach in the country is completely empty. There's plenty of good people that are following the rules.
No,
there
I'm
are
not saying
some
there
people
aren't,
that
but
are.
those
I know, but I don't like it whenever it says nobody.
43 house parties in Manchester last
Yeah,
night.
but that's not everybody. That's some idiots, some morons.
Stidius Dobrev, made redundant today, so a bit shit. Oh, God, that is shit.
Yeah.
This lockdown needs to be much more stringent. I agree, because here's the thing. The reason it's not about like, oh, but we need to come out. Everyone's like, if I get this hippie argument, oh, but we've got to come out of the lockdown. Why? Make it stringent for a shorter amount of time and we can all come out of the lockdown when it's right. All this kind of, oh, we can't cope with it after 3 weeks. What the bloody hell are we talking about?
It's not like I can't cope with it, but I'm thinking, there's never going to be a time when it's all right to come out. So at some point, younger people have got to come out.
Yeah, but why? Yeah,
we can't stay locked down for a year because there'll be no country left.
But that's my point. But you understand, the strategy they should have adopted is absolute stringent illegality for 5 weeks for everyone. Horrible, tough. We all go nuts, but then at the end of 5 weeks, you'll have done even more to quash the...
Just think, if we'd done it when Italy had begged us, we'd be through it now.
And now
we'd be through it.
And now what we're going to have, what we're going to be invited to do now, one by one, is all of us essentially, this is what will happen, we'll all essentially be invited to go, well, it's your choice. Well, it's your choice. You know, you can observe certain practices and you now have to go back into the world and it's your choice. When actually a more restrictive and demonstrative behaviour right at the front...
I don't know Ali Fraser. I don't know why.
I'm
it's
not
ridiculous,
a good hippie.
Isn't it? Ali Fraser says, why aren't deaths in care homes being logged?
Bizarre. How are they unqualified as a death? So I couldn't get any higher then.
I don't understand. I just don't understand why those aren't included. Are you sure about that, Mark? I know we've seen that in the press.
They announced it today on the BBC News. They said within that number, of course, it's higher than that because healthcare care homes aren't included.
But is it just because there's a bit of a lag? So in those numbers, we don't get the people from care homes until the next day.
Well, if you want to,
maybe that's what it is.
No, if you want a really horrible detail, look at the numbers of all the previous days we've seen and add approximately 300 to each of them. That's what the numbers are massively under-announced because they're announcing the numbers for that moment in the day when we get them, but actually it's a lot higher. Mm-hmm. It's Friday. I just gave a thumbs up after seeing how Mark has reacted to this. I've just had it. I've had it. I mean, I'm really pleased that Boris is better.
Karen Jolly.
But I've just had
This is so serious. My fit and healthy dad has just died of the disease. He was ill for 5 days. We're devastated.
You're joking. Karen,
my God.
My fury is on your behalf then. This needed to be rigorously dealt with. You don't look to Germany after the horse has bolted and go, yes, well, we're considering how we could have done better.
The Italians were crying into the camera saying, please, UK, don't do what we did.
I keep getting a recurring cough, and I don't get any of the other symptoms. And I keep going to that dark place. It's not just I'm self-interested. I'm worried about everyone. I keep thinking, oh my God, what are we going to be in this? Oh.
Look, Charlotte Carr, we are so scared to leave our homes in Spain. The Guardia are so strict. Wish England was the same. Fight for my family in England.
There you go. People are scared about the filthy English.
Vanessa C. In New York City specifically, but across America, because of the lack of healthcare, hundreds of people are dying in a day. Oh, it jumped.
So many numbers are not going to be reported.
I'm
so sorry
that jumped before I could finish reading it. That's sparked joy.
That's the Charlotte Carr one there. Was it a bit further down, the one you were reading?
There's guys, did you hear about the premature baby that pulled through COVID-19 today in Italy? That's lovely news.
That is lovely news.
So sorry, Karen. It's
so sorry.
So brutal.
We are going to be worse than Italy. And what I don't understand is at what point is a minister or a representative going to step forward and say, okay, everyone was warning us. Why not? I don't understand. I get that they were worried about saying to everyone, lock down, because we're a bloody arrogant race sometimes, the English. Oh, we can't do it. Oh, we can't do it. All that nonsense. But actually, if they'd gone even stricter, they could have just had it for 3 to 5 weeks. We'd have had so much more impact on it.
I know. Well, you know me, I wanted it to be done weeks and weeks ago. If we'd had a short, sharp shock...
Angela Locke, my asthma's been
when
bad today.
Italy begged us, we would not be in this mess now, and I'm sorry.
Whose fault is it?
I have got behind the government because I've thought we're not Conservatives, but I've thought we've got to because it's the only choice we've got. But now I'm just thinking you're a bad parent.
Nicola Jenkins, they were listening to the WHO. Here's an interesting fact that
And
Nadia
they
rumbled earlier
are
today.
a disgrace.
Nadia, you discovered somewhere that the United Nations Security Council
First meeting on this
was
yesterday. About a global pandemic. They haven't had any other meetings before yesterday.
And who's in charge of the Security Council at the moment? Is it China?
Yes.
Oh, it's China, is it? Ah, fuck me. Makes me so cross. Makes me so cross. I liked Chris Whitty at the start.
But now I'm the same Ali Fraser. It's just like, what the hell? They are dithering around. And the journalists have got to be more rigorous. They've got to be more... They ask 3 questions in a row, so you don't ever get any real answer to any of them, because they've asked 3 questions in a row, and it's just wishy-washy.
Precisely, Mary S. I wasn't being facetious when I said I'd heard about it in December 12th. Apparently it has been around since November.
Yeah.
China reported the RNA of the virus to the WHO in January, or December 31st, or whatever it was, but it had been running around prior to that.
Yeah, we can go to the shops, we're all standing around breathing each other's air, which we're now told hangs in the air.
Well, and also there are reports from Finland that it hangs in the air, and it really hangs in the air. Check out the Finnish report, where if someone coughs in an aisle and you're in an aisle next to it a minute later, the fucking air flies over the bloody aisle.
And they must have known this stuff.
Oh, it makes me so cool.
annoying.
I just feel there are more and more answers.
So am I, Paul Jones, angry today. I'm sick of the press conference platitudes.
Yeah.
We want facts
Totally
and we
agree,
need
Paul Jones.
transparency. Exactly.
And here's the thing, they're going to pacify, the authorities are going to pacify us. This is how they're going to pacify us all, by by letting go of certain parts of the lockdown as if this is somehow a gift. This is the ridiculously reverse logic.
Because they want to give people this sense that what they've done is working.
Exactly. So they'll give us the sense. It's all a load of bollocks. It's like we've turned on a running shower, raging full shower, and tried to dry ourselves with a flannel. Morons. Julia Baxter, Dr.
We
Campbell
love
on YouTube
Dr.
is a
Campbell.
great source
We
of
watch him.
information. Everyone should just listen to
We're
him.
all playing with our lives, Tracy. Stella, pollen.
Sorry. Stella.
Pollen. Pollen count really high this weekend.
That's why asthma's playing up. I've got the itch. I've got the cough.
Because Maddie's sneezing a lot.
Yeah, I was out in the garden. People been talking about weird smells in the air. I know someone somewhere was saying this, but it was the only morning I've come out and I thought it was too early for barbecues. It was too early for all that. There was something. Found out I'm COVID positive today. I feel so ill. Sarah Dinsdale.
Oh God, darling.
Oh. I felt a bit.
Don't forget, 80% of people that get over it quite quickly. 80%. 80%. So you'll probably be fine.
So Sarah Pryor, they have no clue what to do because they've never faced it before. No. So the one thing you do
is look to other
lock
countries.
down, look to other countries and seek guidance.
You look to other countries that have bloody pulled it off. Instead of just deciding at the beginning to do herd immunity.
I tell you what there was.
At the WHO, when they heard that we were doing herd immunity at the beginning, they laughed because they thought it was our quirky sense of British humour.
Yeah.
That was the head of the WHO said that.
And we never
There's
took
no
it to
such thing. You can't get herd immunity at this stage with a virus that is so unpredictable and that they don't understand. They said it's so dangerous to try and go for herd immunity.
And fundamentally, we didn't take Italy seriously because we thought we were better.
Yeah.
Basic cultural arrogance. The anger with this shit show is going to be overwhelming.
Because you know what we've been doing? The majority of... Okay, there are the wankers that go... But the majority of us have been doing what because we don't know what to do, we've looked to the government as like a parent that's going to tell us what to do. But we're all starting to go now, hang on a minute, maybe this parenting wasn't actually right.
Yeah.
And we're starting to question it.
Yeah.
Amberlou, work today, customers were coughing and blowing in my face. Plus the constant rudeness, totally disgusted. Not to mention I'm high risk and working because of money, horrified
at the public.
Oh,
I agree.
Amber,
I mean,
horrendous.
that's why we didn't go to the park today for our exercise. We just thought, no, just don't want to
We
face
know what
it.
it'd be like,
You
'cause it's
just
hot,
see
it'd be
people.
packed.
I can just see, there are some people you walk
He
with-
was more worried about the economy than our lives,
Yeah.
Jude. Just like Trump.
Do you walk past some people and you get that sense that they get it and they look at you and there's a look that passes between you and a sense of, we get this. And then there are those others, and a lot of them are runners, unfortunately, who don't get it at all. They're just like all over, but
Spitting on the floor. Anita O'Reilly, how is it allowed that camper vans from England are allowed in Ireland today? I don't know. That's
joking.
disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah, I was telling Mark this story today that I was reading on the Times
happy
online. There was a group of these very wealthy 40 to 50-year-olds that hired a private plane, right, to fly to the Côte d'Azur
See you,
because
Josh.
they had ordered because they had booked a gorgeous rental villa in the hills, and they arrived in Nice and they had 2 helicopters waiting for them to fly them off to their villa, and guess what? The police were waiting for them and made them fly back to
Good.
England.
good. The Tarquins heading
Just
off to
thinking, because
ski.
they've got more money, they don't have to do what everybody
Buy
else
their way
does.
out of a crisis.
Disgusting.
Interesting. People are spitting in elderly people's face. My worry is I don't
What?
want the girls going out on their own without us, because I'm
What
hearing
do you
stories
mean,
of
people?
lots of kids doing the spitting as a kind of threat, as a kind of like, I know, but as a kind of light-hearted bullying threat. I ain't going to have that happen. Oh, look, Stella, they've warned asthmatics not to exercise out this weekend. Thanks for that.
Oh, good.
I'm
That's
not going
thank
out.
you. Sarah
Decision
Dinsdale,
made.
thanks to you both. I work as HSA at local hospital. Feel bad being off work, but I know I have to, but still feel
for your colleagues.
But you have to. You mustn't feel bad.
It's crazy over in California as well. So many people on the roads, even though there is a stay-at-home order.
Really.
Oh, what don't humans get about it?
It's one you me. The government always seemed a step behind us. It was like they didn't want to be the bad guy telling us to stay in. Yeah, so
Yeah.
true. They wanted the majority to be basically begging for it to happen. It's so,
bloody-
yeah, I
yeah.
think that's really true.
Yeah,
I think that's really true. And I think, well, it's being terribly mismanaged here and in America.
yeah.
And it was in Italy. But in Germany, in New Zealand, in these other... What do we think of what Sweden's doing? It's interesting, isn't it?
What, the whole herd immunity?
No, because the guy from Sweden yesterday said, no, we have never said that we are doing herd immunity.
Oh.
We have never said the words that we are doing herd immunity.
Yeah.
We are here, a democratic country, and we have given people the options.
James Flanagan, Ireland have now extended lockdown till
I know.
5th of May, 1 week at a time, and all events held off till September. Clear messages. Rachel Sayers, they are still letting flights in and not testing at airports.
Oh my God.
What the actual fuck?
I'm so cross.
I'm with you. It's a simple process. Okay, it's not definitive, but you could certainly hit one hurdle. I just don't think we've got any tests. I don't think anyone's got anything. There's no PPE. No one's got anything.
Somebody just there said they worked in McDonald's, and somebody spat in a burger on purpose.
You're fucking joking.
Where was that?
Oh, good on the... Sorry, I was trying to find you.
Stop swearing now, swearing too much.
Sorry, so cross.
Yeah, but some people don't like
Sweden are following scientists' advice. We were following scientists' advice. There are so many different scientists with
Well,
different
what do you
advice.
think about it, guys? I mean, who knows? I mean, what are the numbers like in Sweden?
Should we announce the information about the quiz tomorrow night?
Here we are now on our own as Great Britain, who are invincible. Well, look what happens when we got it alone, ignore everyone because we're the best.
Who said that? Oh, yeah, I don't want to make balls, but here we are now. Yeah, Neve, Ed, yeah, you're right. Don't agree with
I live
Sweden's
on the
approach.
coast and so many holiday homes lit up like Vegas. I don't think people understand there'll be a kickback from locals when it's all over. Although, exactly.
New
Don't
Zealand
agree
have
with
conquered it
Sweden's
already.
approach.
They've lifted lockdown today.
Yeah, because as soon as there were cases, they shut it down.
The WHO did tell the UK to go into lockdown repeatedly.
Yeah, no, they did. No, the WHO did.
Yeah, I know.
They
same.
said you have to use, you can't just do containment, you have to do everything all at once. But there's this obsession with Whitty and the imperial colleges, whatever it is that they call it, mapping or whatever it is. Should we change the subject to some nicer news?
Yeah,
Portugal went into lockdown with 30 cases.
okay. All right, Skyleys, I'm going to stop now.
Let's have a
Had
little
my
change.
rant. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. We found the button that means that you, lovely lot, can't keep
Giving us
giving
money,
us
so
money,
we've turned it off.
which we were going to match anyway for charity. But what we are going to do is what?
So, Childline and NSPCC have been in touch with us. I don't know if you saw on my stories today. As you can imagine, one of the first things we talked about when we went into lockdown actually was, first of all, women living in violent relationships.
Yeah.
Secondly, children.
All the
Children
all the other
that are in homes with alcoholics or a violent partner
Or
or
abusive,
sexual abuse or whatever. So I was really pleased when NSPCC and Childline got in touch with us and asked if we could help with anything. So we thought we will do this quiz night every Saturday night because we had so much fun with it, didn't we? Oh, do you, Elizabeth? Gordon? Oh, volunteers. So we thought we had so much fun, didn't we, on the quiz night last night? And we've had so much fun this week. Well, not fun. We've been really moved and had such a wonderful time with Maddie's Instagram lives that we thought for the next few weeks anyway, we would
the
help
dogs don't
make
want to come in.
Saturday night coronavirus free. So what we're going to do is Maddie is going to sing for us on Instagram, first of all, as a live on our Instagram.
Hi, Jess and Gary.
From 7:30, and then we'll come over to here on YouTube, and then the quiz will start at 8:00. And what we would ask you all to do is at the end of the night, if you've had a good night, you just donate to our Just Giving page for Childline and NSPCC.
Yeah.
Are you up for it? You
Yeah.
can bring drinks, you can wear party hats. And if you Instagram us and tell us that you're joining in with us, we shall repost your story. Send us a photo of yourself wearing what you're going to wear for the quiz.
And if you're wearing nothing, don't send us the photo, but just feel free to wear nothing.
And then we will repost with and copy you in. And let's have a really good night. Let's forget about coronavirus. Let's have a bloody good giggle. And let's raise some money for Childline as well. Because they're, as you can imagine, the phones are ringing off the hook. They've provided 50 counselling sessions just this week for children that were suicidal.
Right.
So you really could be paying for a phone call that could save a child's life. And actually, at the moment, with Maddie's friend still missing, Owen, I think it's close to our heart as well. There are children really struggling with this isolation and social distancing.
Yeah.
And what we mustn't forget is that a lot of children found refuge in going to school. It was peace 6 hours away from something that might have been very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So,
shout out Chris Perez.
yeah. I mean, just to be clear, in case people think I was messing up, Maddie's friend Owen has a lovely family, everything. There was nothing like that going on, but just it feels close to our hearts, children and what they're going through with the whole. So who's going to join us?
I saw that story, Ashley Gardner, Joe Wick's story of him in tears after a child with cancer learnt to walk after doing his PE lessons.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
It's a lot for Joe.
So there we
How's
go.
your foot, Ashley?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you all right?
You've got to stop dancing excessively, Ashley.
We will do drunk singing, actually. We will do drunk singing
Tomorrow.
after we'll do a song every £100 we get.
Oh my God.
So every time we get £100,
We'll do a drunk song.
like all of you donating maybe £1 each, we'll do a couple of drunk songs.
Yeah. And we're nearly at 100,000, which means I'm now bringing into focus what it is you were saying I am going to do. What am I going to do?
He's going to wear a labour suit, so he'll actually have to go through the pain of labour.
Right, okay. So I thought I could do that as a piece of piss, but I'm a bit worried about
Sasha Wharton, emergency foster carers are needed because of the amount of children that are having to be removed from their family homes. Oh my God.
You're going to click that.
Oh my God. I wish I could foster a child now.
Oh God. My nana and granddad, Chelsea White, have died from the cruel virus within a week of each other.
Jesus Christ.
Stay at home, everyone. Ireland have locked down for another 3 weeks. They are miles behind the UK in numbers.
Jesus Christ.
Can you do drunk singing while drunk dancing?
Yeah, we'll add that. Only on Saturday nights will we add drunk. That would be funny.
We'll add drunk dancing
Only
when
Saturday
we hit certain
nights.
when we get to
Can you
250
remember
quid,
what
I'll
you
do
were like
drunk
when
dancing.
give us a little flash of what you might do.
I'm not going to give you a flash of anything. If I
Okay.
stand up, it's going to be incredibly revealing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
What was I going to say?
Yes, I can give your mum a shout out. What's her name? Dio. Well, I've lost you now. Isn't it annoying the way it does that, Mark? Give her a shout out. Her name is
Dio
Helen.
Daniel.
She watches you every day, and it's her birthday. Yeah.
Oh, hello,
well, let's sing
Helen.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Helen. Happy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to our channel. Who's going to join us tomorrow?
Everyone has said it. Everyone
Oh,
has said
yeah.
that, yeah.
Brilliant. We're going to have a
Lots of takers.
coronavirus-free evening.
Yeah.
Maddie's going to sing.
Lots of questions,
We're going to have questions.
general knowledge.
And we're going to do drunk
loose
dancing
women
and drunk
ones,
singing.
drunk
And we are going
dancing.
to raise money to help all those. Think of all the money that we're not spending on restaurants and cinemas and takeaways. Let's give some
What
of that.
time, people are asking?
So 7:30 on Instagram for the live singing.
Maddie.
Maddie.
On Maddie's Instagram.
No, it'll be on our Instagram.
Oh, on our Instagram.
Our Instagram.
Maddie's
We'll do a
Sawalha
little
family.
chat first of all to introduce her, then she'll sing. And then 8 o'clock over to YouTube. 8 o'clock over to
from above.
YouTube for quiz night.
Ooh.
And bring your pennies because we're going to ask
Can
you to
I
donate.
have a what's it called? A cocktail that has no
But I'd just
alcohol
like
in
to
it.
say,
Oh,
anyone
alright.
that can't donate, it doesn't matter.
No,
You
no,
can
absolutely.
still join and just have fun.
What's a cocktail with no alcohol? A
Alcohol-
mocktail.
a mocktail.
I can have a mocktail.
Yeah.
Don't know what of, but I'll have something. Anyway, guys,
All right, lovelies.
and no mooning.
See you tomorrow. Lots of love.
Oh, and don't forget,